another day, or more accurately, another night. Another freaking, another freaking night of. You don't even have to guess it because you just know from the title. Little chest, some chest action. Now, I would not have minded going back to fucking New Haven to hit that powerhouse gym again and again and again and again, honestly, on repeat, indefinitely. But from where we're staying over here, that was like 2 hours. So yesterday was perfect because we were already kind of driving down an hour to do some visiting. So I break off from the main group and I say, all right, let's go get a lift in. So may or may not go back this week. I'll be back in I'll be back in Ohio Sunday night. So I've got until then to decide if we want to go back over there. But yeah, kind of sucks a little, like not for real. Like this is still going to be a good chest day. It's still going to add up and contribute to my overall gains of this whole bulking phase and everything. But I'm not joking. It's fun going to a fucking cool gym. And when I say cool gym, I don't mean like, well, not to like dog on anybody specifically, but like Alpha Elite, Alpha Land kind of gyms like that. I mean, I'm sure it's cool. All the equipment looks fucking sick, but it's a little bit too much. I'm fucking crazy hypocritical because I'm bringing the tripod with me all the time. But at least I feel like I'm a little bit more dignified in it because I'm just using it to record the actual sets, not just random goofs. But it's like just doesn't have to be a crazy massive gym either. Honestly, I'm fucking be pretty excited to go back to my my high school weight room gym, which I pretty much, well, that wasn't where I started working out, but it was where I got in most of my earlier hours because that was the setup for, let me think, pretty much my junior year and half of my senior year in high school before COVID hit and then everything went online. Was I'd have a study hall at the end of the day. Like I had just, well, no, by then I'd been working out for a few months, but still beginner character. So I had a study hall in one of our side cafeterias at the school, and underneath it directly, there's a staircase, was the actual weight room. Like not the oh yeah, I think it was the football weight room too, but fucking basic shit. No, not basic and bad, but just all the necessities: squat racks, benches, dumbbells, couple cables, bands, nothing wild. But I knew the guy teaching the class because I had him as like a gym teacher when I was younger in elementary school, and he remembered. And he knew I was kind of getting into the bodybuilding, so I asked him if I could come down. So he was teaching a weightlifting class at the time. If you ever took that, where they basically give you like programmed workouts and everything to follow. But I got free range, so pretty much Monday, Friday, I got my lifts done right at fucking school. So that was fucking sweet for me. But that was man, I wish I was squatting more back then. I didn't understand the benefits of the squat. That took me a little bit longer to learn. But that's where uh that's where it's very fun for me to go back to old gyms that I haven't lifted up before and to find fucking new gyms that I've never lifted up before. Just because it gets you going, That's why I like having so many memberships. Even just when I'm at home, like I've got a couple that I get to bounce around between, like the Anytime and like Planet Fitness and the Y and a couple like actual bodybuilder gyms and stuff. It's just fun. And not only that, it's also fucking nice because you get a much wider array of equipment at your disposal. It's not like every day. Well, I mean, unless you do, I'm definitely not gonna. But it's not like every day you have to do a full body workout. So one gym specifically doesn't have to have every piece of equipment for every body part that you need. Now, that would be the perfect gym. You'd have no reason to go anywhere else, but it's just not the case. So if you've got your YMCM membership with your family, and then you slap a Planet Fitness membership on top of that, you got some extra cables. You got some extra, you definitely have some extra cardio equipment, even though I That's probably not what you're going to be using it for. And I'm not saying that's a dog on you specifically. I'm just talking about the statistics. I've seen the studies. We've done the polls. The cardio equipment. There's a reason why it always looks very new. I'll just leave it at that. But it's just nice. So that's why I change it up. It's not just because. Oh yeah, it's just not because. It's really just because I like it. So plan for today with chest. Hmm, how about we wait and find out? How about we wait and find out? I know there's going to be some pressing. I know there's going to be maybe some Smith, maybe some cable chest press, maybe some machine chest press. This gym's pretty fucking stocked, so it'll take a minute for me to really decide. Once I'm actually warm and my shoulders are going, that's when I'll get to say like, okay, I know that the incline Smith machine is going to feel really good right now as the opener. And I could maybe say, incline barbell, maybe not. Maybe fucking not. And honestly, a lot of lifts end up going that way for me. And it's not just because I want to be like totally random with it, but I want to do whatever movements I know are going to feel good and let me go hard at the moment. And you kind of have to adjust for that. So let's say your fucking rotator cuff's a little tender. Maybe you did something weird, you slept on it wrong. I've It was like a month ago or something. I wake up and my left shoulder is like extra sore for no fucking reason. I think I just kind of slept on it like, I don't know, just like weird. And I didn't want to do any heavy pressing that day. Like the safer move would have just been, do what I know is going to feel all right. Maybe stick to some lighter squeezing stuff. And I think that's a positive move towards the right direction in terms of being a little bit more, at least long term, as the lifter. No need to thrash your joints if you don't have to. And really, you never do. So I'm always talking about how the enlightened lifter can get hyped up based on no matter what his circumstances are, and he's going to hit his workouts and make progress slowly over time. But the enlightened lifter is also going to be fucking smart. He's gonna not hurt himself, and that's something I've had to work at for quite a while. But I am getting a little smarter. What the fuck is going on down here? Well, I'll deal with this construction. See you in the gym. Let's start with let's start with the basics. Honestly, it's hard to beat incline fucking bench, man. Now, of course, I'm going to throw the safeties on here. I have no intention of emulating that 315 throwing clip right now. But I'm warmed up, tricep, shoulders, rotator cuff, everything. Get started. Okay. One more minimum. Goodness. Let's make a drop set. Okay, I think let's switch to something else. Still some kind of pressing though, that's for sure. That's so good here. Let's change it up a little. So triceps is kind of my inspiration right now because I've really been liking light squeezing shit for my triceps. And it's been wrecking them. Like I'm talking barely, well, not barely any weight, but half the stack with the rope. Real controlled, crazy squeeze in the top. So I want to try one of those sets here. So single arm cable, grab this guy, hold on to this thing for sport. Squeeze as hard as again. Back down. So kind of emphasizing the contracted part of the rep. But those fucking incline bench really emphasize the stretch part because at the top, my chest doesn't do that much work. That's why for those last couple reps, I would hold it because that's like the resting position. So I think a few more here and then some pressing, some flying after. This should be a good pump. And it already is 2 sets deep. Yeah. Yeah. One more. Oh, all right. Let's do something a little more conventional now. But a nasty amount of fatigue from doing pretty much completely alternating styles of sets. I mean, heavy stretch loading, incline barbell, lighter squeeze fucking, well, squeeze biasing cables combined pretty well. But let's see what's next. This chest press will be nice. This one's old school too. This is I've got one of these in my home gym. I don't love the one I have at that gym as much, but for some reason I think this one might be newer or smoother or some combination of the two. But it feels pretty good. So this will probably be a drop set. But let me pick a song, get amped up, and find out. Okay, one more. You're off the way for this third portion. Okay. Oh, I want to do something squeezing and stretching. Fully pump up. And I think that'll be it. So maybe just one more set. There we go. Chest complete. Heavy pressing, light squeezing, and heavy stretching shit with that fly superset at the end. What more could I fucking ask for, you know? That the incline barbell felt pretty good too. I'll let's pose down, but I got something to say about the mind muscle connection with my chest. But I don't wanna skimp out of the pump. Let's like you gotta remember, even just now sitting, it's fading away. You gotta act fast. And I'm sure there's some of you out there, I've been there, where your gym has one spot which is the best for posing down, and honestly, everywhere else sucks. And if you're anything like me, what would happen is that spot is a hub for ab workouts and like Pilates. Not ideal, but you know, not everybody knows the value of freaky overhead fucking lighting. So let's see what we're looking like over here. Oh my gosh. No, so what I was going to say was benching, pressing in general is a little bit trickier. It is a little bit fucking trickier than just move your hands forward, bring them back. Move them forward, bring them back. There's actually a touch more to it, which takes a little while to understand. So, I mean, everybody's tried to describe this. It's just hard to fucking really. It's like trying to describe the color purple to someone who's never seen it. You know, you got no point of reference. It's like just kind of conjecture. But the basic premise I'm trying to think of, at least with something like the incline barbell or that chest press over there, or even the cable flies, it's I'm not trying to push with my hands. I'm not thinking about my hands at all. I'm really trying to imagine, like, I mean, you got to think about it, you know, and kind of imagine your anatomy helps me at least. I'm not sure it would for you, but my arm is not moving like this. That's not the primary driver of this force. What it really is just the fact that my chest is pulling my fucking upper arm this way towards it, right? Like a fucking fly. Like this is all chest. So if I'm sitting underneath that incline bench, I'm not trying to think, okay, push my hands, like use my triceps, my shoulders, and everything else. I'm really trying to sink my shoulders back and almost pull my elbows towards the center of my chest using my fucking pecs instead of everything else. And I'm even working on that too because I've got a bad habit of this. And I'm getting better, but I'm not perfect yet. I've got a bad habit of, like, let's say I'm under my, you know, press or whatever. I do a lot of this. I got a hunch, you know, my shoulders don't like sit all the way back here all the time. If they did, I'm sure it would fucking improve my chest activation, my chest days. So I'm really trying to focus on retracting my shoulders and just using my fucking pecs. That's kind of that's one of the things I need to work on with my chest training. But today's lift, I can hit chest at all angles in all sorts of different ways. I'm ready to go home and fucking chow down on something. So let's scram. There we go. There we are. So I think I've got a little bit of a chat for you. I think I've got a little bit of a chat, and this could this is kind of for the younger viewers. Anybody who's a little bit older, hopefully, will hear some of this and think you're gosh dang right, as long as I actually spit some knowledge. But what I was just thinking was, school is about to be starting for some of you. Not all of you. Actually, the fucking looking at the demographics, more of you than not are actually all the way done with school. You're grown-ups. But there's a big chunk of you guys who are still on the chitlin side of things, still in the adolescent phase. You know, you're still living with mom and pop. Nothing wrong with it, but here's something which I think is worth thinking about. So, I mean, fuck. How many of you guys are actually about to start your first year of college? Now, if it's in your hometown and you're still next to your crew, whatever, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a easier transition. But if you're going a little bit further away, you're going to be kind of unsupervised. You know, nobody's going to be telling you what to do at every given fucking moment. Then, look, man, you got to take some initiative because having your own freedoms is badass, but it also makes you responsible, you know? So whatever ends up happening, once you're no longer a little dude, once you're no longer just getting driven to school and driven to soccer practice by your parents or anything else, you start to be in a little bit more control of what the hell fucking happens with you and how good you get at anything and, you know, where you go with whatever you're doing. And it all really kind of boils down to being fucking on you. So think wisely. I gotta plug in the fucking maps. I don't remember the address. But what I'm getting at is, with that freedom, you know, it comes fucking a massive amount of let's just say reduced stress in a way. Honestly, living on your own is fucking cool. You know, nobody's gonna tell you what to do. Nobody's gonna tell you to wash your dishes. Nobody's gonna tell you to fold your laundry. Nobody's gonna give you any chores. but they still have to be done, you know. So that's on you. But what I'm getting was what I'm taking a roundabout way here. What I mean to say is with this, you know, since you're going to be responsible, try not to completely waste your time. Try not to completely slack off and just fucking chill and I mean, pretty much do nothing. And even worse, try not to do anything fucking counterintuitive. You know, I'm not sure how well versed you are in this, but it is not the hardest thing in the world to completely crash out your entire life with just one major fuck up. Now, I'm not speaking from experience there, just kind of a conjecture from looking at anybody else, but don't, let's just say this, don't get caught driving the car if your blood alcohol is above, well, is above zero. Now, we're not really talking to to the college kids. So, where that really applies to me is, dude, I'm just not helping yourself out. You know, I'm not I hope this isn't new information for me saying this, but I am anti-drinking. You know, it's just not conducive with it's not, just not conducive with doing anything, and it's definitely not conducive with doing gains and actually making progress. It's just setting yourself back every fucking time. So you've got two sorts of FOMO. You know, sort of you've got you got the FOMO in the present, and then you've got guys who have regret later on. So sure, if you're fucking oh shit, dude, we're about to go fucking crazy, bro. Pass me in, man. I gotta get two upper deckies and a lower decky little Lipilski. We're gonna get fucking turned. My lingo's a little bit off. I'm not a. It's a. I don't think I've ever said Zin unironically before in my life. But if that's you, and on the other side of your mind, you're thinking, "Fuck, dude, I want to get jacked. I want to make some fucking gains. I want to get big. I want to get into this." I don't see a massive overlap. You know, I don't see the correlation. Really, it's a fucking oh, that's my shtick there. You know, so if you're on your own, don't get into too much trouble. That's all I'm trying to say. Because you want to be smooth sailing. You know, having consistent days which are in the green is so fucking valuable. It's insane. You know, it's if you look at anybody's stock portfolio, if you're looking at like a Warren Buffett, you know, apart from the ups and downs of the fucking economy as a whole, it's steady growth. It's a steady, slow, nice and smooth, nice and everything. And there's a reason why the dude is rolling it, rolling in it like none other. So, sort of deeper way to look at that is protecting your peace. The 4% female viewership, you know what I'm talking about here. Do you start protecting your peace? It gets hard to go back. You know, it gets hard to turn around and start worrying about so much nonsense, just drama. He said, she said. Did you hear about what happened here? And blah, blah. It just sucks, man. Because you've got a certain amount of, and I say this a lot, and I really mean it. I think you've got a certain amount of fucking energy and effort that you can put into things every day. You know, you wake up assuming you had a reasonable night's rest, you're well fed, well hydrated, everything else. As long as all that's in order, you have like a fucking full tank of energy for the day. You've got a, you can focus on things, you can think about stuff, you can fucking put some energy into stuff and everything. And the more that you can spend on things that are actually going to benefit you in the long run and back off on leeching any of that energy into just random like gossip, you'll start to notice. So I'm sure if you're I mean I hear about it all the time. I mean, even when I'm some of the home gyms I go to, well, you know, when I go to them enough, I know all the fucking dudes in there. So I'm talking to them and like these guys are telling me, oh crap, dude, guess who just walked in? Yeah, so I was talking to this girl and then he started talking to this girl and then well, and I'm like, yeah, cool. I mean, I love gossip as much as the next guy, but For him, that's sucking away his fucking energy. He can't. He's not gonna get a good fucking lift. So maybe I'm being a little bit too crazy obsessed with with kind of the performance factor of working out, but it does kind of lead itself to everything else. Because once you lock into a very comfortable routine, getting out of it and getting it thrown out of whack is no fun. Like if you I don't know if you've ever done it, but last every time I would work for the city in the summertime when I was in school, I had the craziest fucking routine ever. It was perfect. It was perfect. I'm talking alarm set at 4:30, but I wouldn't even need it because I would just like wake up naturally. Cardio, shower, come back, clothes on, plus my gym bag packed for the lift after work. 6:30, 2:30, slam Planet Fitness, post workout meal, come home, chill. I was literally going to fucking bed at 7. It was insane. It was insane. But dude, I felt so fucking good. Crazy well rested. Circadian rhythm, probably the best that it had ever been. Maybe I don't know, maybe since I was like a baby, I was probably getting a little bit better sleep. Just fucking you're taking things for granted. Like the value that you get per day from actually being nice and well rested, well hydrated, well fed, well everything. Like having your system moving around well, dude, it starts to make you think like, oh, maybe I shouldn't stay up until 3 a.m. tonight on Discord playing Fall Guys. Maybe I shouldn't try to queue up for another game of Warzone. I've already lost 10 in a row. Maybe I should get some sleep. The problem is though, it kind of sucks because it's not fun. Sitting on your phone scrolling, that's getting your brain firing like I mean, evolutionarily, like the human mind has never seen before. So it's definitely hard to put that down and just think, okay, let's think about nothing. But if you can start to do that, I think you'll start to enjoy it. So in terms of the actual getting into a routine like that, there's not a crazy amount of room for just fucking drama. There's not a lot of room for just randomness and hanging out with people who you don't really like and stuff. I mean, it's kind of you don't have to be a complete dick about it. That is definitely the wrong move. You don't need to blow up your entire friend group and say like, dude, I'm locking in this summer. If you're not with me, you're fucking against me, bro. Blocked. I'm not saying you have to do that, but it's uh, it's not rocket science. The guys that you hang around, your sort of primary crew of influence. Don't be fooled. That's pretty much setting the bar for your expectations of yourself. Whatever you get to be around, you're kind of going to conform to. So if you know, yeah, let's say if you know a character who's running through an ounce a week of that green on the regular, and he's not really doing much else, is that an awesome dude to be chilling with? Maybe not. Maybe fucking not. At least in the gains context. So that's sort of my thoughts on the matter. If you've got a if you've got 100 energy points per day to spend on, whatever you want to do, try not to waste them. Try not to fucking waste them. But I'm gonna try not to get so fucking like motivational in these. Like, oh, maybe not motivational is not the right word, but I feel like every fucking post workout talk, I'm like, dude, you gotta control your mind so that you can get the craziest sets in ever. Sometimes I catch myself being a little bit too serious, but it's kind of easy for me to slip into just because I'm so fucking. Oh my God, I'm fucking overly obsessed with working out. But that is in no way a realization of, oh, I better back off. No chance. No fucking chance. This train's not stopping. This train's on the fast track. So plan for tomorrow. Oh, what is the plan for tomorrow? It was gonna be back. Or no, it was I think it's supposed to be forearms. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be another forearm. Maybe forearms and calves. I think forearms and calves would be a solid combination. So I'll see you there for that. Plus a little extra. Plus a little extra for you, which you'll see. So I'll see you then.